Some languages don't have left and right and require you to know cardinal directions like north, south, east, and west. Like if you're telling somebody to go down this road and turn right, you can't say turn right. You have to know what cardinal direction that is. And there's really interesting consequences to this. This absolute reference frame, as they call it, is used in some Aboriginal and Oceanic languages. It's different from relative reference frames like left and right, where reorienting your body changes what's left and right. Like if there's a tree to the right of me and then I do a 180, now I have to use a different word, left. But speakers of languages like Kuk Tayore would just use the same word. So if the tree is east of them and then they do a 180, the tree is still east of them. So they'd use that word in both situations. And in some Oceanic languages, they do the same thing, except it's where you are in relation to the island that you're on. And we actually sort of have this in English. So if we're on the beach and I'm facing you with the ocean to my left and the land to my right, I can just say, let's go inland instead of let's go right. So inland just means towards the center of the island. But we don't really have a word for outland that I know of, or a coast word. But in those languages, there's even words for what's to your right when you're facing the ocean, which still isn't exactly relative, because if you're facing inland, then it would be to your left. But here's what I found the coolest. With the Aboriginal language Kuk Tayore, this absolute direction system affects how they think of time. So if I'm organizing pictures in a story, I'd probably do it left to right. And other languages might do it right to left, or up to down, or down to up. But in Kuk Tayore, they do it east to west. So basically they visualize east as being the past direction and west as being the future direction, which kind of makes sense because it's the direction that the sun moves. It seems like it would be hard to keep track of, but for cultures that speak these languages, absolute direction is a lot more important than it is for us today. So even if you learned one of these languages, it's not like you'd get this magic ability. You'd have to immerse yourself in a culture where absolute direction is really important.